I am home from my second hospital stay. So I had the surgery. That was the last video. Everything went great. I came home and let me see, it was Friday, Saturday. So probably on the 5th day of being home, I started to develop some shakes and a fever. And I had some kind of lower stomach pain, cramping, and those were some of the symptoms to look out for when you are newly coming home from this type of surgery. So I went back to Beaches Baptist Hospital, and they admitted me, and there was lots of stuff that was happening from the beginning. All in all, I had a 17-day hospital stay. So that was definitely challenging, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and even spiritually, to get through everything that I had to do. So they concluded that it was basically a hematoma. My doctor keeps calling it third spacing fluid, which was in my stomach because of taking a blood thinner post-surgery, which she had put me on, and it just kind of developed this hematoma pocket. So I went through many procedures, a lot of antibiotics, and it was 17 days of being poked and prodded and stuck, and procedure after procedure. Had to have a blood transfusion not long after I got in there. So they had been monitoring my blood work, and my hemoglobin had dropped to 7.1. I guess below 7 you need a blood transfusion. So had to have that, in addition to IV antibiotics, 4 hours on, 4 hours off for 17 days. I'm actually still on the IV antibiotics from home now, through a liquid pump into my arm. So 13 more days of that now. But I had to have a midline placed in my arm. So I had one of those placed. That hadn't been used in a couple weeks, so I guess it failed. They used a second midline, which that second midline actually fell out. So then I had to have a third midline placed. I had to have multiple IVs placed into my arm. And I also had to have a drain to drain the pockets of blood, in addition to 3 CT scans in total. So it's been a lot. A lot has happened over the past 17 days. My hair is growing in, which is crazy. It's splotchy, but it's darker, and that's pretty cool, even though I'm about to lose it again when I go in for the next rounds of chemo. So this has been challenging. Not expected, of course, because anything that you plan in life is just kind of doesn't go as you want it to. It was challenging. It was difficult, and it's still difficult to be at home on more medication, but I feel like with all the doctors and what they decided, that this was just kind of the best medication to be on, instead of switching to an oral antibiotic, because if I did switch to orals, there could be potentials of different side effects with my body, since I have such sensitive skin, and I'm just a little bit more prone to certain side effects. So it's been interesting. It's been hard. I'm not going to lie. This has probably been the most challenging part of this journey so far. But even being home from the hospital in 24 hours, I feel so much better. Definitely more at peace. I'm not getting woken up every 3 hours during the night for, vitals and antibiotics and pokes and prods and everything that comes along with it. So I'm grateful. I'm also grateful for all the staff at the hospital, because without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I met some really wonderful staff and people there. So I am very grateful that I went back to Beaches Baptist, not only because that's where I had my surgery and where my doctor's out of, but just because I felt like that was definitely the place for me to go back to get the best care. So it's been crazy, like I said, but I'm on the up and up, and now I feel like I can be at home and rest and heal fully for the next several weeks before I have to go back to school. So, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Peace.